Welcome back to Wrenches in Motion, where if it ain't broke, I ain't buying it. And today, well, today's going to be two cars in one video. First, Virginia got a cold snap. It was 28 degrees when I left. I'm up in Pennsylvania right now, heading up to New York. And right now it's 21. So I don't know how much warmer it's going to get, but wife sent me a picture. They got 12 inches of snow up there, and it's still coming down. So it's going to be fun nonetheless. Let me see. First car we're going to get is my daughter's Subaru. It's acting funny, so we're going to grab that. I'll bring it down to the Virginia house so that we can work on it. Unless I can fix it up there, but pretty sure it's going to come all the way down. And the second one is going to be the Mercedes CLK that I bought. That's going to have to stay up in New York, possibly, until spring or when I can get up here again to get it, because I don't know if I'm going to come up here again in the winter time. The Dirty Max is running fine. The problem with this is I've got these DFG mud terrains, and when it gets real cold like this, especially when it gets a little slick out, they do not like to hold the road. So possibilities of me having to slow down for the rest of the trip exist. All right, let's see if we can get the rest of this trip finished. We got about 3 hours left, and as you can see, there's snow already and it's cold. So let's see if we can get the rest of the way up to New York. Today's video is brought to you by Leija Handmade, L-E-I-J-A Handmade on Facebook. And they make keychains. You know, they do any color, and they engrave whatever you want on here with the laser engraver. I got these ones for Kenny. I thought they were pretty cute. Little picture of Kenny and written on Kenny. They made my Wrenches in Motion mug, which I really like. He actually designed the logo. Thanks, Louie. And they made the Fleet Guard oil filter cup. You may have seen this one on the channel. I've used it before. I really like it. So if you want something custom made and you want it to say anything you want, give Leija Handmade a ring or a message on Facebook. Let them know Wrenches in Motion sent you over. And yeah, enjoy your stuff. Alright, we're about 30 miles from New York. Had a little bit of snow and it went away. I think it's starting to snow a little bit more, little flurries here and there. If you were here, you'd be listening to Iron Maiden, Rime of the Ancient Mariner. And since I'm riding by myself, I guess you're not going to be able to hear it. Well, it was sunny. I don't know if you can see. But it's snowing. Actually, it slowed down, and it looks like it's going to get rough again up here. So, oh yeah. I don't know if any of this is going to come through on camera or not. Probably not. Alright, so we are on our way to actually go get the car right now. It warmed up to 36 degrees. It's raining. So I'm not going to film anything. I will probably film it tomorrow. Just because of the rain. I hate being cold and I hate being wet. And it is cold and rainy. So I left the jump box down in Virginia. And my jump box is down in Virginia. So it looks like what we're going to have to do is put this battery in. I brought a new battery for it. I really didn't want to put it in, but looks like we're going to put the battery in and then drive it up on the trailer and bring it to the house, and I will show you it tomorrow. Hopefully, it's sunny. Alright, well here it is. It's the next day. Rain finally quit. I didn't get home till after dark, so I wasn't going to film anything. One of the things you'll notice is that these wheels are pretty well shot. They might be able to be refinished. I don't know, it probably costs more to refinish them than to get new wheels. Also, the tires. We got the Raptors by R-I-K-E-N. I don't know if it's Riken or Riken. I know they're very cheap. I know they're hard as a rock. So we got that going for us. This fender liner's worn through. And do this, people. When you are buying a car, check all the body lines. I didn't look at it that close because I didn't really care. But this headlight's pushed in. This, you know, underneath here, the core support looks solid. So I don't know. It's probably all below it that's pushed in. So once we get this bumper off, we can take a better look at it. Probably pull something out. I did notice that the hood is from an 07 because it says CLK 550. And that was the first year of those, was 07. We already knew about the AC condenser, so that's not a big deal. The bumper's cracked. I was going to try to fiberglass it, and I still might. That's really the only part of the bumper that's bad, except for the little, you know, the grill things. And maybe those will... oh God, I'm going to fall. I've already found a set of those, so, you know, may replace those, may not, who knows. I mean, it's a 2006. So over on this side, once again, trashed wheel, trashed wheel well liner. Over here, this side doesn't look too bad. The windows are down a little bit because this has got that nice feature where when you open the door, the windows go down a little bit, so you can, and then when you close it, they go up. Well, when the battery died, you have to reprogram it every time you put a new battery in it, or, you know, something like that. And that wasn't done. So now I get to drive it, or drag it home, pull it off the trailer, hook the battery up, reprogram them, and get those working again, because I'm going to try to get you in here with this. I don't know if you can see the mold, but actually someone wiped it down pretty good because there was mold everywhere. Look at the gear shift. We'll try to get in on the other side too. But the seats had a bunch of mold in them. This wheel here is missing the center cap, and once again looks pretty destroyed. So the question is new wheels. They're like $2 grand for new wheels and tires, Continental tires. I don't know if I want to do that on something like this. We got broken taillight. I don't know if you can see it. That taillight over there is cracked. I'm probably not gonna be able to pop the trunk right now. Get up here. Whew, almost fell. Nope, not gonna be able to pop the trunk. Okay. So this here, I thought the whole top was gonna be shot. Luckily, that is a cheap fix. That's called water bags, and the elastic gets worn out and it doesn't pull them back in all the way. So you lower the top halfway, put some new elastic on there, and that'll fix both sides of your convertible top. Because that should go, you know, down inside there. And it will, supposedly. We'll find out. This tail light here, you can see is cracked right there. And the spoiler, for some reason, paint's not too good on that. Now let's see if we can get in on the driver's side here. I mean, not get in, we're definitely not going to get in. But it does have the AMG package. You can see the exhaust. See the paint's got a run in it right here, so the rear bumper's been replaced. But I think it's all cracked. Yeah, it's all cracked right here. So it's going to have to be replaced again. So that'll take care of that. We'll get a new bumper for it. Precision Cars of Atlantic City. I don't know if I'll keep that on there or take that off. Let's see here. Probably not gonna be able to get too far in on this side. You see a little bit of mold on the seat there. A little bit right here. It was a lot worse than this. Okay, you see this window's down. It rained all night. So I'm sure when I get it back to Virginia, the first thing I'm going to do is pull the seats out, shampoo the carpet, and put the fans in it, see if I can get this thing to dry out. Also, oh, you're going to love this. I can't show you what's under the hood because I cannot pop the hood because I can't get the door open far enough to reach in to get the hood popper. So what that means pretty much is you'll have to see it when I get back down to Virginia. Also, I noticed the hood badge is missing. So I think first thing, yeah, we'll get down there, we'll get this bumper off, and then we'll really see what we're working with. So that's it. That's the CLK for now. Let me get to work on something else. Right now, I got to do brakes on the Malibu. That's my grandson's car, so he needs pads and rotors all the way around. So I'm about to pull that one in the garage and get her done. Well, here we are on our way home, and you can tell the lovely weather we're having. Just freaking fantastic. Nothing out of the ordinary for me, though. Got to pick up cars in the rain. Anyway, we are getting close to Carlisle, Pennsylvania. 14.5 miles per gallon. And usually I don't see more than 11, which means I've been going slow. Not like I usually go. So, it is what it is. We'll get there when we get there. I'm not going to rush it, not going to push anything. So, hopefully I'll see you when we get back in Virginia. Yeah. There used to be a tree here, and you can see where it's at right now. I've been wanting to take this tree down because it's been dead. Probably for about 6 months I've been wanting to take it down. I don't have to worry about that now. I came home last night, and the tree was laying across the driveway. So I had to get the skid loader out, move the tree out of the way so that I could pull in. I ended up parking down the street way over there, and still got some pieces left. Gotta get them out of the way, and then yeah, let's work on getting this thing off the trailer, shall we? Before we get it off the trailer, let me take you a walk around on the. Let's take a walk around of the trailer. Last guy that borrowed it didn't hook up the lights, drug the cable, pretty much cut most of the wires, so I had to temporarily fix that. So we got that going on. I've had to weld, I had a new tongue welded on because the other one was trash. Look at this alignment. Yeah, that's not good. That tire was new. Drove it up to New York, flipped it around, and I used the spare for the first 300 miles home, and this tire for the remaining time back. The lights work, the brakes do not. Both brakes need to be replaced. And take a look at this alignment here. Is that crazy or what? So I really need new axles. I think I want to get rid of this suspension and just do the torsion bars. I thought maybe I could rotate the axles to try to get them to align, but I really think it just needs new axles. I think they're bent. Oh, and it's 30 degrees out here, which is freezing. So before I unload this, I want to get all the crap out of the back of the truck. I didn't realize the battery had slid way up there. I had to put DEF in, of course, as you always do. And there's the spare. Let me see if I can get you in there. Yeah. I don't even know if I'm going to flip that around because there are cords showing. It just so happened that on my way back, I stopped at Martinsburg, West Virginia, and it wasn't raining. So I went ahead and flipped that tire around, and well, not flipped the tire. I changed the tire because this is the one the spare was on. Changed that in the parking lot of the gas station after I got gas, or diesel, and made it the rest of the way home. Oh man, let's finish. Really want to get this crap out of here because I think this is going to go here, and the orange element's probably going to go right here next to it, and the truck can go back over here with the trailer. All right, so we used the old trick of jack up that to get some angle on the trailer to be able to push it off, and it's not exactly light, it's not exactly heavy. All right, so we got that happening. I was going to try to fix this front bumper. We'll see. This should be open now. Here we go. I almost want to say it looks like someone wiped this thing down a little bit. It's not nearly as much mold in here as there was. And we got some in the back seats. Shifter's really gross. But this is what we're dealing with. Oh yeah, look at the floor. Carpet's all nasty. Anyway, we got these windows. I'm gonna try to get the windows up. And ugh, yeah, in there too. Because I know this is all trash. Alright, so we got our Duralast Platinum AGM battery. It is a real pain to get in there. They don't give you a whole lot of room at all. And also, I found speaker wire with some nice clips, and I'm like, huh, I wonder what that's for. So I traced it down, and yep, I think someone had fan issues. So we got no clip, and I'm gonna have to dig around and find the wires so we can fix it the right way, because this is not gonna work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut these. If you come in here, okay, I saw this when I was looking at it the first time. I was like, all right, well, we'll see what that is. Comes down, goes over here, goes under here, and it looks like maybe it's coming. Oh, it is coming back here. So it goes back here to a switch. That's our fan switch. Okay, I was looking for that. I knew there had to be one in here somewhere. Ugh, look at that air filter. Gross. Oh man. This might just end up being the beater Benz. If I get the windows working, I get this thing, to hold coolant, run and drive. This could just be the beater Benz. So we already know it's been wrecked. Up here it says, I don't know if it'll focus. CLK 550, which is 2007 they started that, and I'm trying to find where it says 07 or 08. I don't know where this hood's from, but obviously replaced after the accident. And look at this. Yeah, I'm just gonna pull this hood liner down because who needs it? And oh golly, do I leave those wires in there for now? I mean, not really, I shouldn't, but I think I will, just because. Not that I'm gonna run it very long because I need to get coolant in it. Until I can figure out where it's actually coming from, we'll just leave them. All right, let's get this battery put in here. And this thing weighs a ton. Oh man, so not only do you have this little bitty room, I thought it was gonna be in the trunk where it'd be easy to get to. No. All right, let's wrestle this thing. All right, so we applied some power to it. Let's see if these are gonna do their thing. No, they do not. Okay, yep, still got a gap in there. Huh. Okay, so the top The windows do not do their thing. They're supposed to drop a little bit when you open it and finish closing all the way, and they don't. Maybe an alignment issue, I don't know. But when I first turned it on, the clock started going nuts. It says it's 185 degrees outside, so obviously we got a bad sensor. 192,000 miles on it. And that works. Let's see if we can get you back to the seatbelt presenter, see if that works. Yep, here it comes, okay. So we got SRS. How do I go to the next one? Can I go to the next one? Maybe? Service A. Oh. There we go. That's a new one. Top operation. Top is not in operation. Check coolant level. Yes, because the radiator hose is off. Service A. What's this? Observe waiting time. I have no idea what that is. So we got a low fuel light, and looks like it's indicating. Of course, it's not running. So let's just start it real quick. Yep. Okay. So the only thing we got left is SRS, tail lamp. I don't want to run it too long. But it keeps coming up with this. Top being opened. I'm going to have to talk to my buddy John about that, see what that means. Because that's really kind of a pain. Radio?
I just stopped. Oh. I blocked them. I didn't get to a group chat.
Okay. Wow, that is so dim. I can barely even see it. Yeah, we want the radio. How do we scroll up? Oh, I don't want to hear that. Nope, can't do it that way. Auto set. Nope, that don't work. Alright, well, I'm going to play around with this. Yeah. Well, so, I saw the clock move. I wonder how I set that. Probably in the menus. All kinds of stuff going on in here, but at least we got the windows almost all the way up. I did find out I need a new window switch because that's broke. Seat. Yep. Oh. Seat recline. Everything works for the seat. All right, we got the trunk open. Let's take a look. I know that's a harmonic balancer. Got some struts. Some other parts. Let me get these out so we can see what we got. Well, I don't know if we're progressing or regressing. One of the two. This is worse. Don't know what we're going to do about that yet. I would like to fiberglass it to save some money, but we'll see. Anyway, the dash said it was 2 quarts low oil, so I put 2 quarts in. That's fine now. No, you can't see it. In there's a wire that's chewed, but it doesn't look like it's chewed all the way through. The window went down, and it won't go back up. When you hit the switch, you can hear it try to go down some more, but it just will not come up. So I don't know what the deal with that is yet. I'm not real happy about that. You can see the mold a little bit better on the seat. Not too concerned about the mold, though. Let's see what else we got. We got... may need brakes. I don't know. Anyway, I cannot get this lower radiator hose on. It uses those stupid clamps, and I'm gonna tell you what, I am old, and I'm stuck on this piece of bumper that I'm like just freaking rip off because I'm getting tired of getting hung up on it. Anyway, I took the clip out, and I cannot get that hose pushed in far enough. And I don't know what else I can try. I guess I'm just weak. You know? I guess I'm almost 60 years old. And I guess that's what happens. But I've got to get that in. I've got antifreeze I need to put in it. If it sits all winter like it's probably going to, then I really want to make sure the engine doesn't crack. What I should do is I should pull the the condenser's already away from the radiator, just to make sure the radiator's not cracked. I want to dump some fluid in there to make sure it's not. And then I want to start it, let it run for a little bit, circulate the coolant around, because it runs good. I don't want to hurt this engine. This is the main reason I've been, when I start it, I'll run it for like 15-20 seconds and shut it off, because I don't want it to build up too much heat. When I had the hose off, antifreeze did come out, so it's got coolant in the block, so it's not totally dry. Man, I just gotta figure out how to get this hose on. Once the hose is on, I think we'll be all right. All right, well, here's a good update. We got the lower radiator hose on. Does not appear to be leaking. It's running. That's full of coolant. Smell a bunch of old stuff burning off. That's to be expected. I got the scanner hooked up because I really want to find out what this SRS is. Still says top in operation. Top is being opened. No, the top is not being opened. So let's... Alright, we're going to scan this thing. We'll come back and I write down all the codes and see what we get. It still says coolant visit workshop, which I don't understand, but whatever, we'll see. We will see if it gets up to temperature. Okay, so this is for me as well as this is for you guys. We got ME 2.8 electronics. Let's see what it says. Does feel kind of a little bit rough on idle. Trouble codes. Electric suction fan for engine. That's got to be this right here. All right, got it there. Yeah, whatever. I know you're gonna have a fault. Come on. Oh, electronic transmission control. What's this? Oh, these are all stored. Okay. Not too concerned about those. Oh, did we even look at them? I have to change batteries in the camera. 2350, 2600, 2502, 2505, and 2315. Let's get on something else. Electronic stability. Let's see what we got there. Well, temp's coming up. Voltage in terminal 30 is low. The mill is not on, so I don't know what it's talking about. And 1014, power steering, electrical fault. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to stop the camera because the battery's dying. We'll get a fresh battery, we'll come right back. Alright, got a fresh camera. Not a fresh camera, fresh battery. Do we look at the stability control? I don't think we did. Oh, some top visit workshop. Yep. Oh yeah, we just looked at that. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Airbag. This is one I'm interested in because it is saying SRS fault. Well, we're up to over 80 Celsius. I wonder if this is like Honda's where it won't clear them. Passenger, that's the one I'm looking at, 900B. Signal wire to the component passenger seat belt has a short. Alright, the other ones are all stored. No big deal. Alright, let's see. Instrument cluster. I don't think I had any of those. Okay, we got a bunch of stored stuff. Tell you what we're going to do. We are going to quick erase everything. Tired of looking at it. We'll see what comes back. Tail lamp. Side marker lamp, front right. I know that for sure. Oh yeah, doing the test. That's right. Coolant visit workshop. Well, we're up to 100. So I was going to take it down the driveway, but we might pop the hood and take a look and see what's going on under there. Alright, so after clearing them, we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 codes and something with the sound system. Not too bad. I'll take that. What's this? SAM signal acquisition. I know that the outside temp sensor is bad because it's reading 185 degrees outside, which it definitely is not. Yeah, stored in current. Ambient temperature display hasn't opened yet, that's for sure. Control module overhead control panel is not sending any data. Well, that's a good one. Alright, so temperature is up a little bit. We're going to try to take this thing for a quick drive. I didn't like that at all. Oh, you hear it come down and start shaking like crazy. The console is out, the overhead console, because I had no comms with it. So in pulling it out, the instructions are pretty simple. Take out the dome light, and there's these two levers here. You push down and then the overhead console drops out. Well, the only instructions I could find, the only YouTube videos were for coupes, not convertibles. Convertibles have these two tabs, or legs or whatever, and I don't know if you can see, but they get screwed up in there. So I don't know how you're supposed to get to them, but needless to say, I did not undo the screws. Here's one leg still hanging out here. I could probably get a pliers and pull that down. But yeah, I used brute force and, you know, kind of destroyed the housing here. So I'm hoping it goes back up in there. You know, if not, oh well. Anyway, what I found was I'd opened the trunk and there was 4 fuses missing. I can't find a fuse diagram, and I don't have an owner's manual, of course, so you know, nothing there works. So I replaced all the fuses that were missing, and oh, I did find a diagram, but it didn't say what anything was. It just said what value goes in there. So I put the fuses in there, and after I destroyed the console, I talked to my buddy John, and he said, oh, in the rear SAM, there's a 25 amp fuse that goes for the overhead console. And I was thinking to myself, well, I just replaced a 25 amp fuse. He says, yeah, it's in slot 9. Slot 9 is the one I replaced. So now I'm going to hook back up the overhead console. It may or may not go back up in the hole. It may be just hanging down. We're going to throw a scanner on it and see if we can talk to the overhead console. Because if you remember earlier in the video, we had no comms with the overhead console. lots of can airs for no comms. So let's throw this thing back in and throw a scanner on it. Let's see what we get. So I had to get the light because I was trying to put one of the connectors in the wrong spot. They both had 6 pins, and I thought that's where it went, but nope, it didn't go there. So got the connector in the right spot. That's going to be hanging down, but that's okay. Let's get rid of the felony forest here, and then we'll hook the scanner up. Let's see what we get. All right, we've got a bunch of codes again. Maybe because I turned it on with the overhead console disconnected, I don't know. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 13, 14, 17, 20, 21, 25, 26, 28, 30, 32. 32 codes. So we're going to do a quick erase here. I don't know how much you can see. The sun's kind of trying to shine in here. It's making it kind of difficult to see. I'm hoping that since we replaced those fuses in the back, that we can actually talk to the overhead console or overhead control panel, whatever. Let's see what we got. Still 1 in the overhead console. What is going on with that? Come on. Trouble codes. Front dome lamp. Oh yeah, because I've got it out. Okay. So one of the problems with this car, big problem, is the motor doesn't work for the hatch release. So I think we're going to try to dive into it, see if we can fix it. If nothing else, I'm going to try to pull the motor out and test it, see if the motor works. The light on the switch in the driver's door for this never turns on, so I've been for like 2 days trying to figure out a fuse for the trunk. Can't find it. I've been on Ben's World. I've got the whole fuse diagram, and I can't find a thing that says boot, trunk, bonnet, you know, anything. It should say trunk. It might say boot, but yeah, can't find a thing. So first step is the 9 clips, and then we should be able to slide this out. I said we should be able to slide this out. Oh, they've got that way too tight. All right, let me get some Torx. I think they said those are T20s. And yeah, I guess we'll see what's going on in here. All right, these are definitely T20s for up here. This one here, the lining actually had a hole in it that went through here, so I had to take that off. This one here just slid under. So this panel is supposed to be hard to get off. It's supposed to be, I know it's broke. They said to push this down, you had to go inside, but it seems like I didn't have to. Okay. Get that panel off. Now, get this. I think he said those are T27s or T30s, which I didn't bring. T25 is a little bit too small, so let me go get some sockets because I don't think I'm going to be able to do this by hand. Alright, T30 is the winner. And my battery on the phone's about to die. So I think... Alright. I'm going to take this out and then change batteries, and we'll be right back. Alright, well, the first thing I noticed is... that's got to go later. One of the wires is corroded. So I wonder if it's corroded inside the connector. Oh my gosh, it is. Look at that. That side don't look bad. Oh, that looks disgusting. I'm gonna move the tripod, so hopefully you can stay here. Hopefully I can zoom in on this maybe? Hang on. Oh, maybe too far. Come on, focus. Yeah, look at that nasty connector. Yuck. Alright, I'm going to try to clean all that off. Try to measure voltage back here and see if we even got any voltage. Alright, so we took our cover off. We took the motor out and brought it into the garage. So let us walk in there. By the way, you're still on the tripod, so forgive the camera work here. Alright, so I just wanted to take a look and see if the motor would work, because who knows, right? So, it's pretty simple. It's just a little DC motor. Come on! This is so not fun to deal with. You just have to sit there for a second. Of course, now you're going to come out. And now you're going to come out. So this is what I got to deal with. Nothing wants to cooperate. Everything wants to be a pain. Just for a simple motor check. Okay, now. One here. Yep, motor works. Okay, so as suspected, the motor works. So that means that something else is wrong. Set you down here. This is real simple. It just snaps in, just like that. So now we need to maybe apply voltage to these pins and see if we can get this to work or not. Still haven't tried to clean these up yet. Really what we need to do is I can't do this. I can't measure this because I have to push the button. I can't push the button. But can I? I can do that though. Ah, but I won't go back. Maybe I could try that. Maybe we try hooking a meter onto this and pulling that, see if that works. Problem is there's no place to set a meter back here. Oh, except right there. Okay. Alright, let me get a clip for the ground and we'll see what we can do over here. Well, alright, we're back. Just went to pick and pull. I got a window switch, which this is kind of messed up. I don't know if I can fix that. I got a new one of these that actually springs back, which is nice. My issue is going to be getting the lock cylinder out and putting mine in. And then I also got, if I can find it, I got the trunk latch. This only has 3 wires and mine has 4. So I'm just going to plug this in and see if it actually does anything. Hope so. If not, you know, a little wasted money, but whatever. Alright, so there's our old thing. I can't get the key cylinder out. So I put the new handle in anyways, and had to do some cutting of some plastic to make sure that it would work, because I cut one piece and it looked like it was going to work, but when you pulled the handle it wouldn't pull the cable, so I had to cut some more off, and now it's locked, or it's shut, and it opens. Now it'll never lock, but that's fine. I'm not gonna call it fixed. I'm just gonna say it's working. I'm gonna keep the old hatch handle thing, and if I ever need to put it back in, I'll have it, I guess. I don't know. This one works so much better, so got that going for us. That was a waste of money because that's not the problem. I don't know what the problem is. It could be a miscommunication on a CAN bus, which, you know, I don't know why they got to run a trunk lock through a CAN bus, but that's where we're at right now. Well, now I've got a trunk that works. We're going to work on trying to get this window up. I've got a new window switch. The driver's side over here is broken on the old one, so I mean, I don't know. But what we're gonna do is, since we got the door panel off already, just gonna plug this in just like that. All right, turn the key on. Oh, you're gonna go all over the place here. Hang on a second. All right, keys on. All right, driver's side works. That side works. That side works. Strange. And this one, you can hear it try to go down. Even with a new switch, it won't go up. Well, isn't that fantastic? So it wasn't a switch. So I mean, this is the regulator. Won't that be fun? All right, well, I tore the door apart for nothing. Let's see if we can put it back together. Well, swing and a miss again. Great. The back one here is the CLK. The front one here is the C-Class. Look at the difference in length of wires. Yep, these are not going to work. And I'm not able to pull the switch out and just replace the one switch. So that was 15 bucks wasted. Maybe I can throw it on eBay and sell it. I don't know. But either way, it didn't fix our issue. So yeah, love it. All right, so I didn't film it. I had my friend Robert over, and what I did was, that works now. That's strange. I filled up the tank. He was in there trying to lower the top. This raised up a couple inches, and then the pump shut off. And when I opened the trunk, you could see it all cavitated, and there was like barely any fluid left in there. So I put some more in and did the same thing. So I figured we had a leak. The two back cylinders are not leaking, so I figured I'd check the inside. And for that, you got to take out the back seat, which is two 13mm bolts, and then pull the seat forward and up. So I did that, and there's a screwdriver stuck down here. That's all wet, not with water. I don't think. And then I looked in here, and it is totally wet with hydraulic fluid. So let's finish getting the seat out of here. We're going to take those two 13s out, get that out. There's a 13 there and a 13 on the side over here. We should be able to take the backs out. And then maybe we can get a better look and see what cylinder is actually leaking. We have to clean everything up and refill it and do it all over again so we can actually watch it leak. But one of them for sure is leaking. All right, well, we're back on the CLK again. I'm trying to figure out where he's putting these straps to pop this up. And I think, oh, he means in between this hole right here. I don't know if you can see it right in there. Well, you still can see it. Anyway, yeah, right there. Okay. So I'm working on getting the top down manually. But I wanted to show you I did get the rear seat out, which is nice. And if you look down here, you'll see all kinds of fluid. So, I mean, I think it's hydraulic fluid, which makes sense, but I also discovered, yeah, we got mice, or we had mice anyway. So I gotta get rid of that. The headrests don't want to work, so I'm thinking maybe I gotta take all this panel off here, which may give me access to the headrests. I don't know. I think the motors are, you can see them through here. I think that's where the motors are. But I cannot figure out where all that fluid is coming from. I mean, nothing is wet. And also I was hoping I could see some hydraulic cylinders, but nope, that's not going to happen. So let me clean this up again. Clean that mouse stuff out of here. I do need to take this panel off so I can check the window regulator. So that might be next. Since we're here, we may as well start disconnecting more. Alright, looks like we got most of the mouse house out. We'll throw a vacuum cleaner in there and get the rest of it. Are these hydraulic? Does anybody know in the comments? There won't be any comments, so don't answer that. I'm going to research and find out if this is hydraulic, if maybe that's where the fluid's coming from. Because I can't find anywhere in here where fluid's leaking from any of the cylinders down into here. And I kind of got a feeling I'm trying to lower the top down manually. Maybe. See if I can get better access in there. Look in here, maybe see if I can see the cylinders. Because it's super hard to do from in here. I really can't tell if they're leaking or not. Or I may not. I may just go ahead and work on this, the window regulator. Anyway, that's it for now. We're gonna get the vacuum cleaner, get the rest of that, get this picked up, thrown away, and I guess one step closer, maybe a little bit. Well, this is quite the development here. I'm trying to take the seatbelt apart so I can get the inner panel out. And this was just tied in a knot down here. So I don't know if that's right, but I just pulled the seatbelt presenter out all the way, which I don't believe it's supposed to be able to do that. And then you can hear down here something is going on with that seatbelt. It doesn't retract. It's probably broke, so I'll have to get another one of those now, because working seatbelts are nice. And if we come over to the other side, this is going to be a good one here. Oh, did you see that? The window moved down when I opened the door. So that's working right. This one here, it's broke off of the seatbelt presenter. This should be on there. And I don't even know if the seatbelt presenter is in there. So we got seatbelt presenter issues. Oh, that was nice. They both went up again. Oh, it's just one thing after another with this car. You know what they say? There's nothing more expensive than a cheap Mercedes. And this is proving it. Oh, did I show you this? I don't know if I showed you this or not, but we're going to take a look. I think I did, though. So we need this here. The radiator fan has got speaker wire tied to it, and speaker wire goes inside to a switch. Powered straight from the battery. It's got these little clips. No relay, no fuses. We'll just throw straight 12 volts into a switch, throw it up here. Not ideal. We still need to replace the crank pulley and the serpentine belt. I was thinking maybe thermostat, since it's probably just going to be right here. I do have a new lower radiator hose because that one there, it blew off, and I'm not sure if it's because the thermostat didn't open and it got too much pressure and that blew it off, or what. But I'm going to buy a vacuum filler so I can vacuum fill the cooling system. New thermostat, and hopefully that will fix our issue. The fan does work, so I do know that. I've just got to figure out where the original wiring is and how to hook it up. I'll try to find the relay, test the relay, see if the relay is going to work. But no, that's for another time. We got enough stuff going on with this top. I don't know what I should attack first. I mean, should I do the... Since I know for a fact the radiator hose is up in New York, and I'm heading up there tomorrow, so I'll be able to pick that up. The ambient temperature sensor, I can pick that up tomorrow because that's been delivered up there. Still gotta drop the transmission pan, take a look at that. So I mean, there's plenty to do on this, don't get me wrong. All right, we got our panel out, and I don't know if you can see it. Let me try to get you down there. Look down here, look at all the fluid down there. The carpet's all wet. That hose right there, if you can get in there and see it, but that looks like it's been spraying possibly. I don't know where that hose goes, but something to look at because we got a cylinder right there. I wonder if that's a cylinder that's leaking. I don't know. Other items to note. Hang on, I'm trying to crawl in here, which is not the easiest thing to do. The seat belt doesn't work, and this is loose, so someone's been in here. Obviously I need a seat belt. Let me get out of here. Ugh, this thing's a pain to get in and out of, especially with the top up. So I think I'm going to clean that up, take a look at this, and see if I can figure that out, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we've got man filters. I believe these are going to be air filters. Yep. And I believe these are going to go on the side here and on the side over there. So we'll just throw them up there for now. We've got this. This should be the cabin air filter, which goes over here by the battery. Once we get it out, people stuff so poorly. This here it is. This is the, yeah, it says it's the cabin filter. So let's take a look. Yep, that looks like it. It's got the angle cut in it. Let me see if I can find the cover. It's doing all kinds of stuff over there. Windows indexed and everything. So here is our nasty cabin filter. And just figure out how to get out of there. Oh, let me see, kind of. Alright, well that's nasty. Oh, someone taped this because it's got a hole in it. Of course, someone broke it. But, you know, you can either spend some big bucks and get another piece, or you can just leave it the way it is and roll with it. So I think we're just going to let it and roll with it. So this says airflow that way, which is going to go in this way. Like that. Oh, that's not going to work. Airflow is not going up. Airflow is coming down. So we got this. Oh, they got it backwards. That's not how it goes. But whatever. Or is it? Is this one marked? Ugh. No, that one's just nasty. Alright, so let's see if we can pop this thing in. Maybe. Okay, around these two tabs. Ah, there we go. Much nicer. Now we can go ahead, stick this back on here. And the center one's broke off. Of course, why not? Why wouldn't you be broke? Ouch. Golly, come here. Things are broke, they just don't work right. Alright, so that's back in. I'm not sure how well that's working. But I guess that's right. I don't know. It looks, I mean, that's where it came out of. Let's get rid of this. Alright, ready for this? Let me slide you over a little bit. And then I'll go get a battery for the camera, and we'll be right back. Okay, so this is my first time digging into this. So, I really don't know anything about this. I do know that comes right out. And how in the world does this come out? That is the question. Does it just pop off? No, don't seem like it. I don't see any. Well, these come off. Okay, those come off. And up this side. Come on. Well, what in the world? Oh, this one here. Oh, come on. Okay. Get those off. That still doesn't come out of there. It looks like it just lifts right off. Oh, it does. Okay. Maybe. Look at the M113. Woohoo! Okay, the air filter is going to be in here, I believe. Yep, sure looks like it. So how do we get to them? Looks like some Torx. All right, so let's go get a Torx driver. All right, so these are T25s, and we'll just zip these out real quick. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm being attacked. Oh, did you see all that crap that just came out of there? Bunch of leaves. Ugh. Alright, these are going to go in the house to get scrubbed. Oh my gosh. That was one. I mean, the filter itself looks okay-ish, but holy cow. Let's take this one out. Let's see if I can do this slower, see if you can actually see it. Oh boy. Let me see if I'm going to try to get you right in here. Pardon tripod work. So these lift up. Now watch this one not have anything in it. Watch this one not even come out. Oh, I can see the dirt coming out of it. Oh my gosh, can you see? No, you can't see it because I got you. There, now maybe you can see it. Ah, look at the sand that was in there. Oh, it's terrible. Oh. Oh, yeah, we're gonna vacuum all that off. Ugh. All right, let me take these covers in the house, wash them up, clean them up. Bring a vacuum cleaner out here. We'll vacuum that all up and put some new filters in there. Oh, sorry for starting without you. I just got the air nozzle and I started blowing around in here. Here. This nozzle tends to drain the compressor quickly because we just got this little bitty compressor. I just wanted to show you some of the garbage that's coming out of here, and it's pretty bad. So I'm going to use the rest of the air. Once I turn the compressor back on, I'm going to blow dry these air filter housings out, get them nice and dry, and then we'll put the filters in. But something else I want to do while I've got everything apart is I want to replace the thermostat, which is right here, and we need like e-Torx to get them out. So I do have some. I just hope I've got the right size. We'll find that out in a second. I know you're not gonna be able to see too much. Right now I'm just trying to get this radiator hose off here. And that's a 7mm. The two bolts for the thermostat are E10s, external torque. Don't know why Mercedes uses that, but that's what they chose to use. Oh. So I'm looking at this, and I've got to get the crank pulley off because the crank pulley is bent, warped, whatever. Something's wrong with the crank pulley. And in order to get that, I need to take the radiator out Someone's got an aftermarket electric fan hooked up, so I really need to find the normal stock fan, get that in here, and this is just gonna fight the whole way, isn't it? I think it is. I'll come back when I get that out, and then I'll show you. Actually, I can show you right now what we got. We got the Moto Rad thermostat. Just got 2 bolts, the E-Torxes, and got the gasket here. Make sure you got that. It's simple. 2 bolts, unbolt it, bolt this one in, put the hose on, you're done. So I like the simplicity of it. What I'm not liking is trying to get this hose off. Get some more extensions. Maybe if I can get the ratchet way out here, I can spin it faster. And oh, wait a minute. What have I got here? I may not need to do that. So in order to get the radiator out, I think I got to take out this core support, and then I can get the radiator. I'm not sure if the AC condenser works. I know it's bent, but bent doesn't always mean broke. Oh, I can't even get in there with this. Okay, so much for that idea. But it is loose. I just gotta be able to turn the hose a little bit so I can break the corrosion free. All right, I'm gonna come back. I'll tell you what, it is getting cold out. It was like 42. I'll bet it's about 35 right now. My fingers are freezing already, and I haven't been out here that long. I am trying to get you in. I mean, there's the thermostat housing is out. My legs don't go any taller on the tripod, so I can't really get you in there, you know, as good as I wanted to. But just make sure your gasket's on there. And this just pops right in. Now we may need to lube up the gasket a little bit, make sure it goes in there. Or you just push it and it goes right in. Either way, it's fine. I'm not going to put the hose on though, because if I do have to take the radiator out, which I'm pretty sure I do, to replace the crank pulley, then I'll just be taking that hose off again. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. And I may bring it in the house, the old thermostat, put it in a pan of water with a thermometer, not thermostat, and see if it works. I think it does, because when I was able to run it before the lower hose blew off, I did actually start to feel heat. So I think it does actually work, but I just replaced it anyway. I was going to do the water pump as well, but I think we're just going to wait on that and not do it right now. Although maybe I should. I mean, it's right here. And we can... Oh no, because the bracket also holds the alternator in place. You know, can't have anything simple. Alright, so we got that done. Just going to set that there for now. There we go. Let's drop that back on there. And... Actually, now we can put the intakes back together. I think. Do I want to right now? Is there anything else I wanted to look at while I was here? I mean, not that it's hard to take them apart. I don't think so. I think that's it. Oh, drop tools. Throw tools everywhere. Come back here. All right, let's get this back on here. There we go. That'll be tight now. Throw the thermostat away. Which is good, because I've got to make another trip down to the garbage can. Why not make multiple trips in a day? Alright. Oh, let's blow the top of this off too. Ugh. Not just the bottom. Oh, you don't need to hear that. Neither do I. So I think I had them like this. I think I just flip that over. And I think this one's going to go here. At least it sure looks like it's going to go there. No, it does not. That doesn't fit at all. Well, this is definitely the front. And that is definitely the front. This definitely goes over here. I have no idea how I got those backwards, but I did. I'm not even going to explain how I got them backwards, because I don't know. I thought I was trying to be careful. Just nice and slow. None of this stuff has to be Gorilla tight. Oh, I guess this was over there, so yeah. It all makes sense now. I just had it backwards. Because it's got this gunk on here, and that's over on that side of the valve cover. Whoops. Okay. That is on. Now I'll flip this over and make sure that goes on the throttle body back there. Ugh. That's a pretty heavy chunk of stuff right here, I'll tell you that. Whoops, oh, close. Hopefully that's on the back. I don't know why I'm putting these back on. I really don't. Because if I have to take out the radiator, they gotta come back out anyway. Alright. I know why I'm doing it. Because every time I like to start at the same point. So for right now, the point's gonna be from nothing. Which is fine. That's just the way I like it. Oh, well, it is another day. Another cold day. Golly, it's like 38 degrees cold. So I was talking to a friend of mine who's a Mercedes mechanic, and he was telling me that a little bit of crank wobble or crank pulley wobble is normal. Don't worry about it. So I said, okay, I'm not going to worry about it. That gives me an excuse to put the lower radiator hose on. But also, I loosened this up last night because I thought I was going to have to take all this stuff out. Now that it can stay, I'll go ahead and bolt that back in. I'm not going to do the radiator hose yet because what I wanted to do first is we got the outside temperature sender, and this one was saying, like, what was it saying? 180 degrees or something like that outside. So I'm going to see if I can find it and replace this, turn the key on and see if it makes any difference. I did find the temperature sensor just kind of hanging out under there, which is okay, I guess. But I want to show you what else I found. Let's climb under here real quick. The radiator is definitely bent, but it's not leaking, so we're just going to leave it. But up in here, I believe this is the original fan connector. We're supposed to go over here because they have got this aftermarket fan in here, which I don't understand, but then I don't have to, because it's going to come out as soon as I can get an original fan assembly and put in here. I just hope it fits. There's a right underneath the wires up there. Let's see if I can get you in there. Yeah, that little slot right there, that's where the fan assembly is going to go. There's one on the bottom too, but on this other side, there's none. So I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's up there. Looks like I got 3 out of 4, so that'll work. We'll be able to put the fan back in. All right, we just replaced that stupid sensor. And instead of saying 185 degrees, it says 43, which is a little bit warmer actually than it is, but we'll take it. One more thing fixed. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn the tail lights on so you can see them. I'm going to hit the brake lights so you can see them. And then I'll unbox the LEDs and show you them. Maybe. Alright, there you should see tail lights. And brake lights. And pop it here real quick. Notice the motor works now. It didn't work before, and I didn't fix anything, so I don't know what happened with it. But let's just take a look at one of these real quick. These are made by Depot. I've gotten Depot headlights before, and they're okay. But if you try to price a new one of those, like on eBay for a used one, it's almost as much as getting the pair of these. Here we go. This is for that side. At least it's not broken. And this is supposed to be error-free, so I should just be able to pop these in and not get any error codes on the dash. We'll see about that. Famous last words. Looks like there's going to be 3 10mm taken out, and it's got a slot here, so it should just pop right out. LED taillights replaced, so let's check them out and see what they look like. And I gotta tell you about the stupid stuff we just did. You ain't gonna believe this, because I don't believe it. But come to find out, you gotta have the key on for the brake lights to work. We didn't know that. We were troubleshooting, trying to figure out what was going on. And lo and behold, they work. Alright, so you should see tail lights. I don't know if you can see them through the camera. Yep, the bottom strip. Those are our tail lights. And then we should have brake lights on the top. And then, yeah. Reverse lights. Hazards. So one of the things we did was we noticed that the left reverse light didn't work right, so I had to replace that bulb. And we're playing around back here inside the trunk area, and if you remember when I first bought it, the popper for the trunk was like really gummed up. You could pull it, and then you need some to pry it to push it back. The electric didn't work, so I went to the junkyard. I got a new lock mechanism from a C-Class. Still didn't want to work electronically. I took the popper thing from a C-Class. That worked. Still can't get it rekeyed, but whatever. But a few weeks ago, I noticed when I grabbed the handle, I heard the motor go. So we did a little playing around, and we replaced the old latch mechanism with the one I bought off the C-Class. And now look what happens. It pops just like it's supposed to. If you can believe that. So now we've got the latch that works up here. Key, well, all right, we're going to lose the key. But you don't need a key because you got the key fob. And we've got a lock mechanism that works, or a latching mechanism that works. So thumbs up for that. We got some electrical stuff done. And then I said, well, you know, I really wanted to replace this lower radiator hose again. So we do have the new one. I did get the old one out finally. What a pain in the butt that was to get out. So we got it. And you'll notice there's a lot missing here. The harmonic balancer was wobbling back and forth. And I was told it was a little bit of wobble is normal. But if the rubber starts pushing out, that is not normal. So take a good look at this. And you'll see the rubber is definitely pushing out of this one. So that's no good. Luckily, when I bought the car, it came with a new harmonic balancer. So we're going to be putting that in. Super easy. The hardest part was getting the bolt out of the center. And you have to take the radiator out. And I had to move the AC condenser. And you also have to move the... There's a bar that goes across that's got both of the hood latches. You got to take that out. Here's our cable. It goes into a splitter 1 to 2 that feeds through, so both of the latches work. Here's our horn wiring right here. So we got to put that back in. But all in all, I did not turn the lights off. Why did I not turn the lights off? That's kind of dumb. Oh, all right, so we're about to put the harmonic balancer back in. If you take a look at this AC condenser, you'll see it's kind of bent and twisted. I don't know if you can see it, but I can surely see it. I was going to replace it. Took the cap off the low side, touched it a little bit, and Freon shot out. So it's not leaking. I don't think I need to replace it. It'll be ugly, but it'll be functional. Also, here is our electric fan that the guy hardwired in with these alligator clips. You'd call that hard wiring. Used high quality speaker wire for that. So I ripped that out. I did find the original fan wiring. That's right here. So we will be acquiring a real fan that you're supposed to have, because this thing is smart enough to know that you don't have the proper fan. All of a sudden, it's shown the error ever since I've had it. It says coolant, visit shop. And I thought it was a coolant low light, but actually it's some sort of sensor that lets it know it does not have the proper fan. I don't know if it's like some interface thing or whatever, but we're going to have to get another fan. Right now there's no C classes in the junkyard around me, so at least not at Pick and Pull. There may be one at Bryant. We'll take a look. If there is, we'll swing by and grab a fan. And we'll put that in. But for now, I think what I want to do is I want to put the crank pulley back in. Since everything's out, now would be a perfect time to put the serpentine belt on, because that's a pain in the butt too. And then we'll worry about getting all these hoses back in. Alright, we just put the serpentine belt back on. Oh man, it tweaked my back too. I don't know why Continental belts seem to fit so tight, but holy cow, they do. Alright, so next thing we're going to do, I believe, is I'm going to tighten up this clamp for the upper radiator hose, put the radiator back in, hook up the transcooler lines, throw the top radiator hose in, hook up all the other coolant lines, and then we're going to get the vacuum bleeder out, or yeah, vacuum filler, vacuum the cooling system down, and see if we can vacuum fill this thing. It's cold out. It's like 39 degrees. Oh, I'm freezing. All right, let's get this radiator. Throw this radiator in. I don't know if you remember from last time, but this hose, lower radiator hose, blew off when I got it up to temperature. So I put it on with the radiator out of the car, make sure all the clips are clipped in, and they are. So it shouldn't do that again. Time will tell, but hopefully it does not do that. Let's see if we can drop this thing in here. The old bent radiator going back in. Maybe. And what's in the way here? Well, maybe I shouldn't have put those hoses on yet. Those are hitting the transmission lines. Let's see if we can get those moved out of the way. Why won't you drop in? What are you hitting? Yeah, that might not have been the smartest. Oh, there we go. All right, she's dropped in. There we go. In on there. In on there. Radiator's in. Oh. Mess around with this condenser a little bit. See if we can get the condenser in. Oh, it's just going to go and get clipped in. If we can get this other side picked up a little bit. I think it's got to sit in there. Or on there. No, it's got to go over that, I think. What's with this bottom? Oh, it goes in and lifts up. Ah, okay. I see how that works now. Kind of a strange design. All right, it's clipped in there. Clipped in there. It's too bent to go in over there, so. All right, let's see if we can do these transmission lines. Oh. Ow! Push it down so it's going to snap on. Maybe. Or do you push the clips down after? I think that's it. I think I just did it wrong. I think you got to push the clips down after push on. Let me get you off here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Getting you off here may be trickier than I think. So you push this in, no big deal, right? And then this here goes over the top, and you got to push this clip down to snap it in place. So since I already pushed the clip down, we're going to have to pull the clip back up. And we'll do the same thing on the bottom, probably from underneath, because that's the only place I can really see it. And then we'll hook some water lines up. All right, so what have we got done so far? Well, I pulled the top transmission cooler hose right back out. So I had to put that back in the right way. So that's in, that's solid, the bottom one's in solid. All the coolant lines are hooked up. So now, I'm working on this, which seems to be a pain right now. I want to go over. Oh, because of the cable. Alright, well, let me get these bolts. Ah, I forgot about the bolts down here. Oh, of course, everything's going to be in the way. Got these two 10s down here. There's an 8 that holds the power steering cooler. So we got that going on. This here, we got the cables for the hood latches. This side's in. 4 little 10s here. Let's check this side. Alright, got 2 10s over here. I like how this comes apart, actually. Makes it kind of easy. Alright, got that done. Of course, before I shut the hood, I'm going to lock these and pull the hood release, make sure that they release themselves. These two under here, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get from up here. I may have to crawl underneath. So before I do that, let me grab this 8mm and the 8mm ratcheting wrench because I don't think I can get a ratchet in there. This is for the power steering cooler. It was kind of a pain to get out, so I don't know how hard it's going to be to get back in. I'm going to take you guys for a ride. So enjoy the ride. And you probably still won't see what I'm doing, but at least you'll see me doing something. Alright, so the trick is, how am I going to get in here to get this started, because you got the line right in the way. Alright, let's start it. Oh. Is that really started? I think it is. Yep, I think it's going in. That was not as hard as I was thinking it was going to be. It did warm up. It's actually about 42 degrees now. Still a little bit colder than I like to be out here, but I've got to get this thing at least yard driving today because I got to get the pilot in here. I've got to get that thing going. That engine's got to go back in. It needs lower control arms, tie rod ends, and sway bar links, of course, like they all do. But I want to make sure it's going to run first. I mean, I've already put a lot of money into it. So, you know, what's another couple $100? But I just want a good feeling that it's going to run. And then I'll do that. It needs tires too, of course. I do have the set of 17-inch Acura ones that I could throw on there from an MDX, which I might do just to see what's going to run and drive. And then I need to make a decision as to what wheels and tires I'm eventually going to put on it. I've been looking at mud terrains because I think they're cool looking. But if I put mud terrains on it, it's not going to appeal to everybody. And I still don't know if I'm going to sell it or keep it yet. I figure I could keep that and sell the Element, but I really like the Element. So there's the question for the day. Do you keep the Pilot, because I really like Pilots, or do you keep the Element? Because I really like the Element. Can't really keep both. I mean, I could, but you know, as many cars as I've got, you can't keep them all. Trying to sell the Camaro, trying to sell the BMW, actually. Not that I want to sell that one, because I really like that car. But it's getting to the point, you know, I got 17 now, maybe 18, because I just bought the Subaru, and I really need to get rid of some. Alright, that is done. Okay, it's all back together. The only thing left to do now is we've got 2 gallons of antifreeze. I just caught the camera. Hang on. Please let go. I got 2 gallons of antifreeze over there. And I've got another gallon of universal antifreeze that I don't like to do, but I'm going to have to anyway. I'm going to get a 5-gallon bucket and dump all the antifreeze in there, so that when I put the vacuum on here and go to fill it, I won't accidentally run out, because then you just get a big air pocket in it, and that kind of defeats the purpose of vacuum filling it. Okay, I apologize for when the compressor is going to kick on. It's going to get loud. All I've got is this little pancake compressor. It does not have a very big air tank. It took a 45mm plug, and then you put this on, screw this, and it creates a seal. This is how you open up your vacuum. You got an exhaust port. You see the vacuum going up. It's supposed to go down to about -24, I believe. And then you let it sit there and make sure it's not going to leak, which right now it does not look like it's leaking at all, which is excellent. So we're going to pump that down, and then we're going to let it sit, and that'll give me a chance to clean out the bucket, like I said, fill it up with the antifreeze. And this is as long of a hose as you get, so I don't think we're going to be able to set it on the ground. I think we're going to have to set it maybe on a stool. I do have a stool. Probably have to set it up there to make sure. Or is that leaking? We're going to find out. I think it's down to like 18 right now. So anyway, let's just go ahead and see if we can get it up to 24 and see what happens. The bad part about this is it's not going to find out where your leak is. It'll just tell you that you do have a leak. There's the ghost compressor. All right, we'll come back when it's vacuumed down. All right, so we are sitting at 24. Let me see if I can zoom in on the gauge here real quick. See if it'll focus. Come on, give me some focus. Oh, please, just focus. Oh, are you gonna focus there? No. Come on. All right, anyway, we're sitting at 24, so I'm just going to zoom out. If you were here, you'd be listening to Paint It Black by the Rolling Stones. And of course, since you're not, I'm just going to have to listen to it by myself, which I usually do anyway. Yeah, that's holding. We're going to be good. All right, let me go get this bucket cleaned out. We'll mix up a concoction of antifreeze and come back and start filling this thing. I'm getting excited now. Okay, time for my favorite part. The hard part is going to be trying to keep this hose under the liquid while I fill it. See, just like that. The hose just wanted to curl right back up. So, more vacuum. Let's start this over again. I'm trying to figure out how I can do that. Well, I guess there's only one real way to do it. And that's going to be to hold my hand under the antifreeze with this. And let's go. And I guess it's definitely sucking up antifreeze. Wait, see if I can see my hoses fill up. Oh yeah, it's definitely going down. We are working. They said something about when the gauge goes down to 0. So we'll see. Oh, it's definitely filling. That's definitely still on the bottom. I can't read the gauge. Oh, and by the way, my wife's not here, so I used her jetted tub to scrub out this bucket. So between us, let's make a pact that we don't tell her. Alright, so there was over 3 gallons of antifreeze. And we are getting close to the bottom, and we're still not done yet. Oh, there we go. The top hose is finally expanding. I think we're getting close. I can't tell if we're still sucking it in. I can't tell if that hose is still collapsed. Yep, it feels done. Okay, so let us get rid of the air. Don't need that. See if we can release this. Watch all the antifreeze go back into the bucket. Get rid of this whole thing. That's gonna get washed off. It should be real close to the top of the reservoir. So let me back you guys up a little bit so I can get in there and take a look. Oh yeah, right to the top. All right. And that is how we vacuum fill the radiator. That's kind of how that works. Please run. One thing I want to check is, if you remember earlier, the crank pulley was wobbling, and we are solid now. That is the little bit of wobble John was talking about, but yeah, not like it was doing before. All right, let's we'll shut it off. We'll test the hood latches. Once we hook it up, here's the box. This is the dual side over here, as you can see. And here's our single side over here. That's going to go in there. So let's do that, and then we'll yard drive it down the driveway. So in typical fashion, we've got a leak. That's transmission fluid coming from the bottom cooler line, which I thought I had in place. Obviously, I did not. Yeah, that little bugger right there, and it's not going to focus again. Right above the radiator hose. So, get to play around with that some more. See if we can get that fixed. And why'd you zoom in? Zoom out. Alright, time to get the jack back over here, and yeah, let's play around with that, because I really don't want to be leaking transmission fluid all over the place. It is over full, so that little bit leaking out may have helped it. One thing I wanted to show you, though, is look at the color of this stuff. This is disgusting. It's, I want to say it's black, but it is not good. Ugh. All right, let's do that first. See if we can get that thing to stop leaking, and then we'll yard drive it. All right, let's take the first drive in the CLK, shall we? Starts right up. Kind of jerky. mean, it's kind of driving. It's shifting. So that's something. It acts like it's got a hesitation on takeoff or something. It's kind of weird. We got someone behind me, so you can't really, I don't know if you can really tell what it's doing. Let me turn around, get this guy off my butt, and then we'll see how it drives again. Yeah, it acts like it slips, and then catches and goes. It's really strange. I gotta keep an eye on my temperature, which is over there. Okay, so far it looks good. Because I don't have the fan. I mean, it's cold out, so that's a plus. But there was a little buck when it shifted down. Alright, so there's reverse. And I don't know if you can hear that, making some weird noises. Alright, back in drive. Oh, feel that? That was weird. When we get out of these houses, I'll stop and I'll start again. Is it the conductor plate? I don't know. I don't know what the symptoms of a conductor plate are. It shifts, and it's not giving me any codes for like speed sensors or turbine shaft speed or anything like that. So I don't know if it's a I don't think it's a conductor plate. Let me stop and let's start again. Oh, maybe not start. Oh. I can hear something outside the car. It does not like to be floored at all. What does it act up when you do that? Well, maybe it's just I know the fluid is garbage looking, so I'm gonna order a filter and fluid, and we'll do a fluid and filter change and see if that helps this thing out. But if you accelerate gently, it seems like it does okay. Oh, hang on, maybe. Let's get out of the... Yeah, slipping big time. So if you know what's up with Mercedes transmissions, especially in the CLK, hit me up, because I don't know for sure, and this thing's gonna drive me nuts. So I really want to drive it. All right, that is your first drive in the CLK. It didn't even get hot. Full tank gas. Well, I love the way this thing runs. It runs so good. That's what I'm really hoping. Coolant visit workshop. That is for the fan that's not there. Side marker lamp. That thing is corroded. SRS, yeah, I've got seatbelts disconnected. SOS, tele-aid malfunction. I don't know what that's about, but... Well, that's going to do it for video number 1 on the 2006 Mercedes CLK 500. We did quite a bit to it. First off, we picked it up. We got it down here off the trailer. Yeah, we just did the harmonic balancer, serpentine belt. Found out the radiator and the condenser, AC condenser, are both bent, but they're not leaking, so we'll take it. We started tearing apart the trunk and the interior to find out that the main lift cylinder on the driver's side is leaking. So we're gonna have to, no, passenger side, I'm sorry. No, driver's side. That's right, because I found it when I was looking on the inside back. So this cylinder over here is leaking. I'm gonna take it to a shop and find out if they can rebuild it. If not, I really don't want to buy another one, but you know, it is what it is. If I want to get the top working. We also replaced a bunch of stuff back here, including the taillights. And we got the trunk to work with the remote, which is awesome. So that's all still torn apart. Yeah, we got plenty of work to do in here, so we'll just close that again. Never saw it. And the main reason I'm stopped working on this is because I've got to get the pilot in. I've got to get that engine in. It's sitting over there in the garage, ready to be set in the carport. And I've got just a couple more things to do to that. It's ready to go in. And I'm going to drag the pilot in, and we shall get started on this. I need to get that engine out because I need to get the Cutlass back in the garage. I just took it out. Battery's dead, of course. I need to get a battery tender is what I need. So until then, guys, keep the rubber side down and keep your wrenches in motion.